1, 2, 3, 1.
Finally, seeping is the key word here. Smart enough to figure it out. I just ask questions and talk shit. I'm not the
All I
news.
saw was a lake, mountains, and some trees. That's the running theme on this fucking podcast. Whoever deserves mocking, and that includes a host. Man, there's a record amount of meth in this place. Kinetic. Just sounds like stuttering Smitty.
Yeah, it's 2022, y'all. Fuck milk crates, y'all.
Action! Get the fuck out of here. What the hell? Everything. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. Welcome to the What the Hell Everything podcast. My name is Smitty. Thank you so very much on this Weednesday Wednesday. I did not, in fact, do a Weednesday workout today. Every once in a while, you got to take a break, man. I went that hard 5 days in a row. And because it's low impact, that elliptical, your feet never leave the surface. So you're always pressing. And, I'm on my feet all goddamn day at Fresh Coast Beer Works in Traverse City, bartending, slinging beers. So, that's a lot of compression on your feet. So my feet hurt. Oh, my little tootsies. So I did not run today. I may run tomorrow. Hashtag Weednesday. And that is today. Yeah, man. Hi. If you caught the last podcast, which analytics tell me you probably didn't, or the odds are actually really good that you probably did. If you're watching this podcast, you probably watched the last one, and that makes like 6 or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's like, bands playing fucking shows. Sometimes they just do it for 5 people, man. It could be just that one guy in the audience, and that's for me. I could take this goddamn headphones off. The sooner I can take the headphones off, the better. Man, it makes me feel like radio, and I don't want to feel like radio. I want to feel like podcast. That's way more fun. I actually turned the radio on today for the first time in a month. Like, I drive in silence quite a bit, when I'm driving to work, store, whatever. And I drove for quite a while today. No silence or no radio on. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to turn the radio on. First time in a month. And yeah, and you go, oh yeah, that's why. It's just not a lot of thought put in anything, and could sound mean. I don't want to sound mean. I had my first trivia last night at Fresh Coast Beer Works in Traverse City. So if you're watching local, whether watching the live stream or catching it on Spotify later in the Northern Michigan region, Tuesday nights at Right Brain, and we just started it last night, first trivia night. And I hosted trivia previously when I worked at Right Brain Brewery. And then we're starting a brand new trivia game. And it's really, really simple. I'm just like, and I told my bosses this. I said, look, I'll host trivia for you. But I can't put a lot of time in it. I got time in the podcast. I got all sorts of other things I'm doing that I really can't afford to put, typically when or at least previously, the way I did it before was you prep out all this trivia and you do it in themes, and there was like physical challenges that you had to put together as well. Just like these weird, minute to win it games, whatever the fuck that thing is. So there's all kinds of like complicated things. You really got to put a lot of time and prep into it. And I said, look, that's not what I want to do. I got to keep it as simple as possible. So literally what it is just have Trivial Pursuit cards, another game, a trivia game that's in card form as well. Similar size cards, and just mix them all up and get a good variety, and then alternate how you read the topics. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as you're going through. And I put a time limit on each question. Each question's got its own time limit of 60 seconds in the first round, 50 seconds in the second round, 40 seconds in the third round, 30 seconds in the fourth round, and then a music round where I just play a clip, 40 seconds of a song, and then you got to guess what it is. You get 5 points for the title, 5 points for the artist. You can kind of get away with not knowing like who sings that song or something. But I just put it together really simply and then just get on the microphone and have fun with people, you know, and it was really fun. We only had 2 teams, but it was still really fun in that pub, man. We had a few other people in the pub that weren't playing trivia who seemed like they were entertained by at least the game itself, by everybody, and it was a really fun time. So, look, you like trivia stuff? That was awesome. Last night I was actually really happy with how well it went, even with just 2 teams, you know. I had a couple people come that were regulars at the previous trivia night that I hosted at Right Brain, and they came and it was really cool. So yeah, you're around trivia if you're around Traverse City and you like trivia, Tuesday nights at Fresh Coast Beer Works in Traverse City, brand new location, 120 Park Street. And if you could stop in, it'd be great beer too. It is consistently fantastic quality beer, and I have a great crew that I work with, and I love it there. So I like to give it a shout every once in a while here on the podcast, especially if you're local, man. And they might distribute one day, you never know. So even if you're not local, you can catch their beer, or you visit the place. You never know. I don't know if we in this area of northern Michigan, I'm in Traverse City, are going to get any of that winter storm, because I looked, most of the radar I think is south of like 10, was 10 like just above like Bay City, in between like Bay City and Cadillac, or Bay City and what the fuck is it, West Branch probably, I don't know, but nothing, everything is south of there, and I'm north of that. And man, I'm just like, it's really funny when like East Coast regions, down south regions, and they're probably down south, they're a lot less likely to get it, so it's a little more shocking when they do. But I saw it put best on Facebook by a friend of mine, I can't remember who it was now, and they were just like, yeah, it's really hilarious to see all these fucking news headlines about East Coast states when they get the weather that we just got. Nobody said a fucking word. Like, nobody talks about it. So when they get it, and they're gonna get it, you're gonna get it, and you're gonna want me to give it to you. What the fuck was that from? What the fuck was that from? Where did that fucking clip come from? You know you want it. Oh, it's fucking Back to the Future. That was Biff. Sorry. Sometimes that movie drop creeps in there. It's like you got fucking you got like cinematic Alzheimer's. You just fucking remember movie quotes. Oh boy. Anyway, yeah. Fuck all those people down south. I don't mean that. Not one single bit. It's still really funny when everybody fucking freaks out about an inch or two of snow. It's really funny, because you're just like, yeah, my tires are shit, and I just do everything like normal. Some people, do you just live up here long enough, you know how to drive in it. But what the fuck was it? I wish I could remember the state, but they were saying that their record is like 12 or 16 inches. Is somewhere down south. It could be. That's not ringing a bell right now. It's not ringing a bell right now, but they're going to be breaking records somewhere down south. It's certainly not Louisiana. Maybe not Texas. Nope. Should have wrote it down. Fuck face. But anyway, fuck those guys. And just kidding. I didn't mean that again. Tom Brady, I think, does mean that he's retired this time. Sun-kissed, by the way. I fucking got sun-kissed orange soda, 0. Sun-kissed 0 at the store. I'm like, oh, that'll be delicious. And I go to Levi. I'm like, I don't know if you're going to want sun-kissed 0. But he's like, oh, man, I haven't had orange soda in years. That sounds fantastic. It's best with popcorn. That's how fat guys think. Anyway, Tom Brady is officially retired now. Good for that guy, man. Just and I think I said it in the last podcast. Maybe I just thought it. Sometimes I just think things and don't know if I actually said it or not. It's probably some form of insanity. But I think I did say that he has to be the best football player of all time. I don't think you could make a case. I don't think you could effectively make a case for anybody else over Tom Brady. 7 Super Bowls. Played in 10 or 12. Did he play in 10? Won 7 of them. Is that right? Or maybe he lost 4 of them and still won 7. He was still in like 9 or 10 of them. Like he won more championships than almost anybody has ever dreamed of winning. You go into fucking sports. I mean, it's got to be. I feel like you got to want to be like the best, right? You got to want to beat your opponent. You got to want to hit the ball all the time. You got to want to be the best, right? To be a professional athlete. But most guys are probably only really realistically thinking that they're gonna, man, I'd be fucking lucky and awesome if I just won 1 Super Bowl. You know, you make a couple Pro Bowls. Holy fucking shit. I made it to the Hall of Fame. Holy fucking shit. And then you're Tom Brady. Oh, I'm just going to shit out a Super Bowl again. And I like watching the guy. I root for him. But I will readily admit that I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, oh, fuck off. Like, now I want to see Joe Burrow. You can just stop. But you can't, it's really hard to deny his greatness. I see it. I see all kinds of people that are like, well, bye, Felicia. And they're fucking super fan, dick sucking fans of Aaron Rodgers. It's like, wait. You hate that guy, but that guy's your guy? Get the fuck out of here. That doesn't fly with me. So Tom Brady is retired. I don't know if he'll get that bonus. That roster bonus. He doesn't fucking need it. Doesn't need a $15 million roster bonus. You're like, I guess I could just retire. I don't fucking care. I bet because I've seen pictures of his 9 rings or 7, however many fucking rings, just like bling, 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 bling. All of those rings have to be worth more than I will ever sniff in my fucking lifetime. You know? I'm all right with that. I'm not jealous. I'm just saying. And you know what? You want to know the best part about football right now, just because of the chaos it's creating, is Jim Harbaugh. He's leaving Michigan. He's signing with the Vikings as the head coach. And I'm just like, it's really fucking funny. Because Michigan fans just take this shit so fucking seriously. And you know, I can't be a diehard Michigan fan. I've historically been a Michigan State fan. I typically tend to root for the underdog if I don't have like one team that I root for. Like I'm not an alumni, you know. I have family that went to either school. I don't give a fuck. There's 2 teams as far as I'm concerned, Michigan and Michigan State, and I typically root for Michigan State. So, but Michigan fans to me are kind of like Yankee fans, you know. Kind of like Yankee fans. You think you're owed it. You're right up there with like Ohio State fans. Just smarmy, you know? You kind of are. And I kind of root for your misery sometimes. Even though I want the team to win, it's fun to see the misery on the fans' faces because you kind of fucking deserve it, you know? You feel like you're entitled to fucking championships. And you know, you got the guy that was supposed to take you back to the promised land. How many 6 years was he there for? Something like that. Beat Ohio State once this year. Holy fucking shit. We're good now. And he leaves. Oh, man. Sorry to Michigan fans. Who's the fucking guy from head coach for Michigan State? Wish I could remember his name. I'm going to find it right now. Michigan State head coach. That guy is somebody to be excited about. Michigan State head coach. You got to do that. Got to find out right meow. Mel Tucker. That fucking guy's really good. I like him a lot. But that's neither here nor there. Jim Harbaugh signing with the Vikings. And what else? Football stuff. I won't watch the Pro Bowl. And other than that, Super Bowl. And I'm still kicking. And I've historically, the last few years, I don't think I did it last year, did or have done Super Bowl halftime podcasts. If you, it's like, what was it, Maroon 5 that one year? And as a joke, I was like, we're going to fucking burn this old piece of shit dresser in a bonfire pit and play Tchaikovsky's 1812 overture. And it was kind of fucking fun. But then I was like, oh, yeah, we should do one for every Super Bowl halftime show. And this year, people are actually excited about the Super Bowl halftime show because it's fucking Snoop and Dre and Mary J. Blige and Kendrick Lamar and somebody else. I'm not remembering the name. Ice Cube? I think it's Ice Cube. Yeah. So it's going to be fucking probably compared to a lot of recent Super Bowl halftime shows. You know, I'm tend to be over the hip hop stage of my life. I can kind of appreciate it now from when I was younger, but you know, it won't be the halftime show that people are flocking to leave. I'm not going to get a bunch of traffic. Super Bowl halftime show. I mean, I'll get some. You're really demeaning yourself, Smitty. If you want to do a Super Bowl halftime show, you should. And I might. Don't know what I want it to be yet. I kind of do. I've talked to a couple people about something. So it may happen. It may not. That's called a useless tease nonetheless. The latest Joe Rogan. Switching gears, the latest Joe Rogan Neil Young thing. It's not even Neil Young at this point. You know, he was the first of I don't know how many, but at least several artists, Joni Mitchell and others, that have joined the boycott to Spotify. I don't know. I tend to withdraw from the stories that I am already over. I'm already over that argument. But I will defend it if need be. But who was it? The Rock fucking piped up and said, I support Joe Rogan. Essentially, that's what he says. He defended Joe Rogan. And I'm like, that guy is so high pro, because seeing the angry faces, the angry reacts on Facebook make me fucking laugh every time, because I love people getting offended for bullshit for no reason at all. It's pretty fantastic because somebody happens to defend what they consider to be free speech. Both sides of this argument have a real problem considering all sorts of free speech. They want to have it both ways, or what's the proper term here? You can't have it both ways. You think you can. It doesn't work like that. Free speech has to be free speech, or else it's not free speech. So it was really nice to see The Rock defend that, because you just need enough people to say, hey, this is fucking too much, for fuck's sake, this is too far. You have to have enough people say that, and have enough people go, oh, maybe they're right. That's because god damn it, man, it's just that's the key phrase in this whole thing. Not just the Joe Rogan, Neil Young thing. The whole fucking shit we're in is, for fuck's sake. That's the key phrase for this whole thing, motherfucker. I wanted to talk about something real quick. I saw that Johnny Zazula died. I don't know if you know who Johnny Zazula is. He's the founder of Megaforce Records. And I thought that this was always a fucking legendary story to me, because I'm a huge Metallica fan. And Megaforce Records is the first label for Metallica. And Johnny Zazula, and what's funny, he passed away. That's the short version of this story. And I don't mean it to sound crass. I don't know how old he was. He's at least somewhat older than guys in Metallica, and they're 60 fucking years old probably at this point. But he passed away, and it's just he created Megaforce Records, and I could look up how many fucking bands have been on that album. Just legendary fucking, mostly thrash bands that have been on that label, but specifically Metallica. And just, you really seeing something in like an art form that doesn't get any fucking positive attention. You know what I mean? Kind of seeing some fucking beauty in ugliness. You know what I mean? And saying, oh man, these fucking guys got something. I want to fucking help promote these guys. I appreciate that shit so much, you know? And I'm trying to think, it was they're from New York, I want to say, Johnny Zazula. And I bet you I could right now give you an oral history of Metallica. I won't do that though. Maybe I could. I bet you maybe that'll be another podcast, you know, where I bet you right off the top of my head, I could give you a detailed oral history. Because I was just thinking about like, oh man, when I think of like Johnny Zazula and Megaforce Records, I think of them waking up Dave Mustaine in the middle of this fucking shitty apartment in New York City and saying, sorry, Dave, you're out of the band. Gave him a bus ticket and fucking out he went. In comes Kirk Hammett, fucking nails the solo. You're in the band, motherfucker. That's the short version. You know, I bet. I mean, I could start earlier, you know, that was like a tease of Smitty's Metallica oral history, which now I feel like has to be a thing. I wonder if I could do it right now. Do I got time? Because I bet it'll take a fucking couple hours. I'm gonna have to take breaks. Man, should that be live? Man, I'd have to really think about that. Smitty's oral history. I'm sure my friends will have a lot of fucking fun with that name of that fucking podcast. Oh man, I don't want to do it right now. Yeah, there we go. If anybody wants me to do that, you got to say so, or else I might not. Because if nobody's watching this podcast, what's the point of fucking? The point is just, again, could be just one person, you know. I saw the trailer today for, I wish I could play it for you. I wish I could. I didn't even know it was a thing. And the trailer's been out for like, I don't know, looked like a couple weeks, maybe a month. I could be wrong. Featuring Denzel Washington, and there's gonna be, you know, there's gonna be fucking people that are like, oh yeah, it's Macbeth and a black guy and fucking affirmative action, and so you know that's coming right away. Don't be fucking shocked when you see it. But I gotta tell you, that looks like one of the fucking most brilliant movies I've ever seen in my life, and I am not well versed in Shakespeare. I know very, very little. I read Romeo and Juliet when I was in high school. I have a few other sampling snippets of Shakespeare poetry, a little Julius Caesar. I really loved one fucking Shakespearean movie, and that was Romeo and Juliet with Leo DiCaprio and what's her name? Can't remember her name right off the top of my head, but I'm like, I loved the way that they pulled that off. It was just super cool to me to have that whole gangster fucking guns and shit thing, but using that with the traditional Shakespearean English. I thought that was fucking really fucking good. But this version of the Tragedy of Macbeth is the official title. And now that I'm talking about it, I can't remember who actually made the movie, which Coen brother, because it is, I think it's Ethan Coen of the Coen brothers that made the movie. Because I happened to just be fucking around on the intranets today, and I saw that the other Coen brother, which would be Joel Coen, gave a review of the movie, and I was like, wait a second, because I fucking love Coen brother movies. You know, they're always worth a watch. Some of them are some of the best fucking films ever made. Some of them are my favorites of all time, including Big Lebowski and Oh Brother Where Art Thou. And I fucking totally am in love with Ballad of Buster Scruggs on Netflix as well. If you haven't fucking checked that out yet, absolutely watch it. But Ethan, again, Joel Cohen reviewed that movie, and I'm like, oh shit. And I closed it because I didn't want to read it. I didn't know it was a thing. And I'm like, oh, I have to go fucking find this. And I did see that there was a trailer, and Denzel Washington is the lead in it. And I wish I could remember who else is in the movie off the top of my head. But I'll tell you what, it looks like one of the best fucking movies I've ever seen in my life. And I just saw it was like a 1.5-minute trailer. It's just like visually stunning, got a fucking cool Cohen spin on it. And I'm like, I think it's out this Christmas. I think it's out this Christmas is what I saw. And every once in a while, I just see a movie and I'm like, I can just stay alive long enough to watch that movie. You guys, that's it's a short podcast today. I got things to do. I just wanted to get on here and get a what the hell everything down and say what do we got coming up. If you are into this kind of thing, I do a reaction videos, stoner reaction videos, my rock radar, looking to find my new favorite bands. So if you got a band that you want me to react to, I take patrons first at patreon.com/we3smiths. I get first right of request. But go to the channel, the YouTube channel, and I'm organizing everything in playlists on the YouTube channel, so it's easier to find. Go to the stoner reactions, they're all there. And again, if you're on Patreon, it's only $3 a month. Video editions of this podcast, the What the Hell Everything podcast, go in there April 1st exclusively. Patreon.com/we3smiths. Again, request bands for me to react to for the Rock Radar and all sorts of stuff. Rock and Roll Roundtable, episode 2, season 2, almost done being produced. That's going to be up tomorrow or the next day on Patreon, the video editions, and of course audio on Spotify, as with this podcast. Yeah, let's see, what the hell else do I got to do? Do I got to talk about? I don't think anything. Let me get the hell out of here, you guys. What the hell? Everything. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
I'm so sorry for everything that has happened.
Bye-bye. Yeah, all right. I'll see you guys there. By the bar, get your face, huh? Get me paid, bitch. Sit, boo-boo, sit. Good job. I love y'all very much. Peace out. Good night, ladies. Good night, sir.